Have you ever wanted to know the secret behind somebody's weight loss success? If you have, I hope you'll stick around because that's what we're going to be talking about on this episode of LiveFREE TV. I'm Emily Quisenberry, and I am a holistic weight loss coach. And I help women learn how to lose weight, how to stop yo-yo dieting, how to heal their relationship with food, learn to appreciate their bodies, and learn how to live healthy, fit, and strong in their body, their soul, and their spirit. And I'm super glad that you're here. I put out a new episode almost every week, and a freebie is generally in that episode. So in order to be notified, make sure that you subscribe on my YouTube channel or subscribe through my blog so that you'll be notified when I do release a new episode. Today, I want to share with you the freebie for this particular episode, and that is the 4 Healthy Habits checklist. This checklist is actually going to help you take what I learned through my journey and be able to apply it to your own journey so that you lose weight and you keep it off for good. Because that's what we want, right? We don't want to be part of the 95% who actually gain their weight back. So I hope you'll go and pick up the 4 Healthy Habits checklist. You can do that on the blog by clicking on the orange button below this video. On YouTube, there's a link in the description box, or you can simply go to emilyquisenberry.com/26 or 26. Okay, let's jump into the content today. So what I want to share with you on the video today is really who I was before I have been able to lose the weight, like who I have been in my past, because I think that you may resonate with some of the things that I'm going to share with you. I struggled with weight for almost as long as I can remember. And I believed that if I could just find the right diet, and if I could just execute that diet perfectly, then I would finally lose the weight. I actually believed that if I was thin and I didn't struggle with food, then I would be happy. I believed that I had to go all in 100%, and I had to give up all the bad foods and the wrong foods and the unhealthy foods. And I had to eat only clean, healthy food in order to lose the weight. And what this did was create a lot of desire in my life for the foods that I couldn't have or shouldn't have. And I would end up doing my diet perfectly for a while until something happened and I just couldn't do it anymore. And then I would overeat or even binge. I have a history of binge eating, and that's a disordered type of relationship with food. And it came out of this yo-yo diet cycle and of really believing that I needed to restrict food and cut out certain foods out of my life. The other thing it did was create a very unhealthy relationship with my body. I believed that I was defined by the size of my jeans and by the number on the scale. And the scale number was never small enough, and the size of my jeans was never small enough, even when I would lose weight, because I was believing that that's who I was. I also set kind of unrealistic time frames on my weight loss. I would say I need to lose X amount of pounds, 20 pounds, in 2 months or 3 months. And I would say, okay, so that's 2 pounds a week, and I'm going to perform my diet with perfection, and that way I'll lose that weight, get to the number I want to, and everything will be okay. But what would happen is maybe I did actually execute my diet perfectly, and I didn't lose the 2 pounds. Then I would think, oh my gosh, I'm failing. I'm behind. I need to do something to make those numbers that weight come off quicker. And that would cause even more extreme behavior. Or I wouldn't lose the 2 pounds because I hadn't been perfect, and that would make me feel like a failure. And I would either, go to the other side and binge and overeat and quit, or I would just restrict harder, and it just caused this vicious cycle. So that was the woman that I was for many, many years. I also believed I needed to spend countless hours doing cardio to try to burn enough calories in order to lose weight. I allowed my feelings to dictate how I ate and how I moved. And as we all know, our feelings are very real, but sometimes they're not reliable, especially when it comes to our diet and our fitness. After years of this behavior, I really did believe that there was something wrong with me for struggling with this area of my life for such a long time. So back in 2006, I was the largest I had ever been. And it was at that time that God began to pursue me and began to show me that what I had been doing, the approach that I'd been taking to this area of my life, was actually backwards. I had been using an outside-in approach, really trying to make the food behave, doing fitness and exercise, trying to put all these outside parameters on myself in order to deal with this problem. And what he showed me was that this was an inside-out job, that there were things that I was believing, things that I was doing that were in direct contradiction to actually what the truth was. And so that journey started in late 2006, early 2007, and through that time period, over the next 12 years, God has been showing me, number one, who I am, and that my worth and value is not defined in one bit by the number on the scale, the size of my jeans, what food I eat, how I exercise, nothing like that. He's also shown me that he loves me just as I am, and that there's nothing wrong with me, that I am his beloved daughter, that I am forgiven and worthy and chosen. And as a matter of fact, he even says that I'm his masterpiece. And so the more that I changed my thinking about who I was and about how he felt about me, the more free I became. And the more I was able to then take some of the pretty simple strategies to actually lose weight that I share with you in the 4 Healthy Habits checklist. I was able to take those and start to integrate them into my life and begin to see results. And so that is what my hope is for you. So if you resonated with any of the things that I shared about who I used to be and the struggle that I had, I hope that you will go and pick up the Healthy Habits checklist. It's going to take the 6 lessons I learned and condense them into 4 steps that you can begin to take to lose weight, to stop yo-yo dieting, to begin to heal your relationship with food and your body, and to really live healthy, fit, and strong for good. So you can go pick up the checklist at emilyquisenberry.com/26. I also want to invite you, if you are a woman, to come and join our free Facebook community. It is Women Living Healthy, Fit, and Strong for Good. And we actually address, obviously, our bodies and how to live that out and how to eat and move in such a way that's going to help us to create a sustainable lifestyle. But we also talk about our soul and our spirit. We talk about how to make sure our head and our heart are aligned, and that will absolutely impact our behavior. And so would love to have you come join us. That is emilyquisenberry.com/free FB group. I hope this episode has been helpful. In the process of losing 25 pounds, I've learned some amazing lessons and things that have very much impacted me so that I, in turn, can help you to achieve the goals and desires that you have for your health, your fitness, your weight loss. And it would be an honor and a privilege to be able to do so. Go pick up the checklist, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be blessed.